Okay, we've already talked about how to write a parallel line that goes through a given point, but now let's talk about how to make perpendicular lines that go through a given point. So let's just jump right into this, and to write an equation in slope-intercept form for a line that passes through a given point and is perpendicular to a given line. Well, our first step is going to be to plug the given ordered pair and the opposite reciprocal slope into the point slope formula. Next, we will isolate y. So let's take a look at what this is going to look like for us. Okay, we've got an ordered pair, -1, -2. That's the point we want our new line to travel through. And we're given the equation y is equal to -3x plus 5. Well, we know that we're going to plug in the ordered pair -1, -2, but we're going to plug in the opposite reciprocal slope. Well, the opposite of a negative is a positive, and the reciprocal of the whole number 3 is 1/3. So we're going to plug in the slope positive 1/3. So this is what it's going to look like after we plug everything in. We have y plus 2 is equal to 1/3 times the sum of x plus 1. First thing we need to do is to go ahead and open up this set of parentheses. We're going to do that with the distributive property. So we're going to multiply both terms inside by 1/3. When we do this, we're going to end up with y plus 2 is equal to 1/3 x plus 1/3. Now we need to isolate y. They're adding 2, so we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. On the side with the y, it'll cancel out, and we're left with y is equal to 1/3 times x minus 5/3. Okay, so let's look at it and make sure we're perpendicular to one another. This one has a slope of -3. This one has the opposite reciprocal slope of 1/3. So we have perpendicular lines, and our new line will travel through the point -1, -2. Let's take a look at a couple more examples just so we can make sure this sticks. In this one, we want our new line to go through the ordered pair -3, -2. And we want it to be perpendicular to the line y is equal to x plus 2. Well, we know that our slope here is +1. We know that the opposite of a positive is a negative. And we know that the reciprocal of 1 is still 1. So our new slope is going to be, or perpendicular slope will be -1. So when we plug it in, we're going to have y plus 2 is equal to -1 times the sum of x and 3. We need to open these parentheses, so we're going to use the distributive property, and that gives us y plus 2 is equal to -x minus 3. We need to isolate y. To do so, we need to undo what they're doing. They're adding 2. The inverse of adding 2 is subtracting 2. When we do, that cancels out, leaves y by itself, and we have y is equal to -x minus 5. So we have opposite reciprocal slopes, 1 and -1, and we pass through the given point -3, -2. Okay, on our third example here, we have the ordered pair. This is what we want it to go, our new perpendicular line to go through, -2, +3. And we have the equation is y is equal to 1/4 x minus 4. Well, we know that perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. This has a slope of 1/4. The opposite of a positive is a negative. The reciprocal of 1/4 is 4. So when we plug in for a perpendicular line, we need to plug in a slope of -4. So we have y minus 3 is equal to -4 times the sum of x plus 2, or x and 2. We need to open the parentheses using the distributive property. When we do that, we have y minus 3 is equal to -4x minus 8. To isolate y, they're subtracting 3. The inverse is to add 3. So we add 3 to both sides. That'll cancel out, leaves y by itself. On the other side, we will have negative 4x minus 5. So our equation would be y is equal to negative 4x minus 5. We have opposite reciprocal slope because on this one we have negative 4. On our original line we had positive 1/4. So we have perpendicular lines. Our new line will also travel through the point negative 2, positive 3. Guys, I hope this helps. Again, as always, if you need any help, be sure to reach out.